Okay, so in this video, I'm basically gonna discuss how you guys can get gold fast. I'm gonna basically go through every method in which you can get gold. That's gonna be the point of the video. Let's just get right into it. Starting off, we'll start off with the activity funds. As you can see here, I mean, you guys will know about this by now, and if you don't, make sure you're doing this every day. Obviously, if you're paying for the game, it will be much easier to get gold, but I'm gonna stick to free to play measures in this game because obviously I can say, yeah, you can just pay for the game and get a bunch of gold. Anyway, let me get into the point that I'm making here. So activity funds, obviously you can wait up until 24 hours, and then after you wait you can collect it. All you have to do is claim, you get XP, you get gold, and you get other resources. Obviously right now it's only been 1 hour, so I'm not getting a lot from it, but this can add up over time, so do not overlook this. Like, definitely do not overlook this. This is one of the easiest ways, if not the easiest way, to get like a bunch of very valuable resources, including, like I said, EXP, gold, and other things as well. So I'll claim that for you guys now. Like I said, if you're paid to play, you can get up to 130%. I am not, therefore I will get the free to play stuff, which is still quite decent if you're willing to wait up until like, the 24 hours or however long you wait. It doesn't really matter. Level 40, by the way. Actually, one thing that I will say is that your boys are pretty much 2.5 million. And speaking of me being at that much, here's the thing. When it comes to gold, do not waste gold. If we go to my characters, and by the way, this is very important, otherwise you will not have a lot of gold in this game. So, if we go to my characters, I'll show you guys here. If it loads, there we are. As you can see, I've basically only leveled up 3 different characters. The ones that I'm focusing are Char, Min, and Sijiwu. I've got no idea how to pronounce that, but these are the only characters that I am focusing on. The reason for that is because leveling up characters is very resource intensive. It takes up a lot of gold coins. So as a free-to-play player, or even as a low spender, you need to be very careful with how you allocate your resources, and gold is one of the main ones that you need to be careful with. If anything, I'm being a bit too careful. Your boy saved up 2.5 million, but you can never be too careful. Your boy is saving up a lot of resources, by the way. So the first thing is that we've discussed is the the activity funds. The second thing that I just discussed is don't waste them on things that you're not going to use, on characters you're not going to use. That's number 2. Number 3, let's just keep this one quite simple. If you go to challenges, you can go through some of these. You can get gold coins for this. For example, if I do this mission over here, I'll get 5,000 gold coins. You can scroll down, get 5,000 more, 5,000, 5,000, and that adds up really quickly. So the challenges is one place where you can get gold. Obviously that's not a lot, but bear in mind every little helps. Do not forget that every little helps. So we've got that. So if you go here, we have achievements. You can get not a lot of gold from here, but it definitely, to be fair, it's not terrible because it does add up, because you get 7,500 there. I need one more artifact and I can get that mission. That's pretty nice. Speaking of artifacts, we are going to discuss that. In fact, I'll discuss that right now. When it comes to salvaging, you can salvage your weapons. Now obviously, do not salvage any weapons that you've not maxed out here. So for example, even rares, to be honest, I would say. So here, as you can see, this weapon here I've got of this knight sword, you only need like 6, I think you only need 6 copies. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which means I can get rid of 4. I can salvage 4 of those weapons, which I'll do right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, salvage. Oh, I didn't get any gold for that. Okay, never mind. I thought you get gold for that. Is it for artifacts you get gold? I think it's for artifacts. So if you salvage artifacts, you can get gold. Obviously, don't sell your best artifacts. Sell like the common ones, like the really bad ones, basically. Like for example, these ones over here. You can sell those. It doesn't really matter. These can add up really quickly. Even your artifacts, you can just sell all of these, to be fair. It's not really a big deal because these are common. Realistically, I'm not going to be using these. They're lower level. I'm not going to level them up because it's not worth it. And then you can get like what? That's already like 10,000 nearly, and I've got a lot more that I can sell. So let's just, this is one of the key ways you can get gold, because this is very, what's the word? this is very, like, you get this stuff just by playing the game, and this is very easy to get a gold. As you can see, I'm just clicking through these and I'm getting a lot of gold. That's already a 4.2 more K there. You can easily get gold from selling artifacts. Be careful with your weapons, but with your artifacts, you can sell all of your low level, low rarity ones. That doesn't really matter. That's a really easy way to get some gold. One of the easiest ways, well, one of the easy ways is basically just the story mode. Like, just go to the story mode and then do as much as you can over here. If you get stuck on the normal mode, go to the hard mode. And then after you get stuck on the hard mode, you can go back to the normal mode and get more gold from here. So for example, if I click this, you can see here, you get a 5.2 thousand from there, which is not bad whatsoever, because like I said, every little helps. Obviously, another really big one is gates, which is another game mode. So if honestly any of these gates, you can easily get coins from, gold coins. You can do, for example, if we go to the A rank one over here, that one gives 1.4 thousand. That's not that much, but if we rescan it, hopefully we get lucky and we get a gold one over here. Please give me a gold one. There's no gold one over here, but certain gold dungeons can give you up to like 5,000-6,000 coins. And then after you go to the mining and you collect your thingy, your rewards, you can get more gold from there, which is quite decent. Obviously, there's Battlefield of Trials. You can get a decent amount of gold from here. So for example, if I click onwards, 65,000 gold from there. Like, Battlefield of Trials is a huge one to get gold from. Like this, obviously it depends on how good your account is, how far you can go, but you can get a pretty decent amount of gold from here, which is not bad whatsoever. Again, speaking of dungeons, there's the instant dungeon. The instance dungeon, it doesn't give a lot of gold, but it does give some gold, and like I said, it does add up. Again, it's a very low amount. Like, looking at that now is very minuscule. That is basically nothing. What about on the higher tiers? Yeah, even there is a really low amount of gold, but it's something, I guess. It is something, you can't deny that, but yeah, that doesn't really matter. Don't really worry about this in terms of gold, in terms of the instance dungeon, because that basically gives nothing. Power of Destruction, you can get some from there. It's not a lot, but again, every little helps. I've not even unlocked it, and I don't think you can get a lot of gold from there anyway, but you can get some, which is something, I guess. And when it comes to your gates, don't forget that the higher your mining level, the more gold you will get. So keep that in mind, and then you can get gold from the activated bonus as well. So after you get all the XP, it comes up with gold. Next, we can go to events. You can get some gold from here. Again, in the events, there's not a lot of gold that you can get from here, but there is some. So for example, if we go over here, if you get to like 650 points, which is a lot, you'll get like 30,000 gold, 30,000 gold there, 30,000 gold just for 90 points. So there is a decent amount of gold you can get from here, to be fair. Even more from here, I would guess. Yeah, it's 70,000 there for 450. I've already got that. 70,000 just for getting 50 points. That's quite decent in terms of the amount of gold you can get from here. So in conclusion, I'll quickly go through all of the different ways you can get gold. So number one, we have the Hunter Pass, we have Story Mode, we have Battlefield of Trials, we have the Instance Dungeon, we have the Power of Destruction, we have Battlefield of Time. Obviously, one of the big ones is the Daily Gates. Again, the higher your mining level, the more you get. With your gates, that is, when you mine them. Salvaging stuff, but again, don't forget, don't salvage all of your weapons. Only salvage your low rarity weapons after like you've maxed them out and things like that. Again, artifacts is a huge one. You can get a lot of gold from there, but with artifacts though, don't sell your best ones, only sell the low rarity ones. Events, which is what we were just discussing now. Achievements, you can get gold from there, from challenges. But the key thing that I want to remind you guys is that do not waste gold. That is the killer. That would, if you're free to play, wasting gold is that is the one way where you're never gonna have any gold. And what I mean by that is, like I was saying before, don't just level up random characters. Only level up the ones that you're gonna use, and make sure you stick to that, because that is the main thing that you need to be aware of in terms of having or saving most of your gold. Because if you just use it willy-nilly, like, you're not going to have any gold left over, and that's just the way the game works, unless you're paid to play. And even then, I mean, to be fair, if you're paid to win, then at that point you can do what you want. But if you're a low spender, or if you're free to play, then you need to be careful with your gold, because it's gonna disappear very quickly. And as you can see, I've only leveled up 3 characters and I've got 2.5 million. So your boy is saving up on these resources in terms of 2.5 million gold. We've got 23,000 of these essence stones. Your boy is stacking up on his resources, which is always a good thing. And make sure you guys are doing the same thing. I feel like we've pretty much covered everything. If I missed anything, feel free to mention it in the comments, and then if anyone else sees that, it can help them out. But with that said, let's do a quick subscriber challenge. If you guys got any value whatsoever from this video, then you have to subscribe, because that is the challenge of this video. With that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, then do subscribe, especially if you just failed that challenge, because that is indeed the challenge. Also, do leave a like and comment, because those things do help out. With that said, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Ta-ta, adios, and bye-bye.